Hi there, it's Alan Branch with Ben Spicer with me again for another episode of TLC Sports. And it's November, which means anything can happen in the college football landscape. And it certainly did this past weekend with 3 of the top 4 teams, Washington, Clemson, and Michigan all losing. It seems like every team Louisville needed to lose lost. Yet with the new rankings that come out, Louisville is still on the outside looking in. So is there something else that this team can prove their worthiness to maybe enter that top 4 ranking then?
Well, it seems like they've done all that they can do up to this point so far. I mean, they can't schedule any more tough opponents or anything like that at this point. So there's really not much they can do except to keep winning and winning big, like we've said before. And when you look at the combined records of those teams that are competing for a playoff spot, Louisville and Alabama are the only 2 teams that have played top 5 teams at the time. Louisville, of course, played Florida State, who was ranked 2nd, and then Clemson as well. Alabama played Tennessee and Texas A&M, who were ranked in the top 10 at the time. So it's interesting to see, factoring in all those other records of opponents from those schools, that Louisville has a case to make where they've played some top-tier opponents.
And also Clemson plays Wake Forest this weekend, which is another ACC matchup to where it can maybe grant us that access to get into the conference play as far as with the championship, because that would probably be one of the deciding factors as far as Louisville's chance of getting into the tournament. Also, moving right along, we have other tournament play from other teams. We want to talk about more about how 2016 looked for other Louisville teams?
Well, unfortunately, the field hockey team lost to number 8 Delaware in the first round of the NCAA tournament. They had a strong season, but they finished on a 3-game losing streak. So moving forward for the field hockey team, they've sustained some success over the past few years. So it'll be interesting to see next year how they can do and rebound perhaps off that loss in the first round. And then for the men's soccer team, they play either the winner of Colgate or UCLA in the first round on Sunday. They're coming off a loss to Wake Forest in the ACC semifinals 2-1, so they're going to need some offense. They've played great defensively all season.
So hopefully we'll be able to talk about them next week, coming off of a win to continue that tournament play as well. And moving to our last topic, we're going to talk about the basketball teams. Both men and women have already debuted their first games. Both teams are undefeated, so you want to talk about what's been going right for both of those teams?
Well, the men's have continued their success from last year on the defensive side of the ball. They're only allowing 53 points a game to their opponents so far, and the women's team has had a lot of offensive success, averaging 88 points a game so far.
Awesome. So hopefully they can continue that success throughout the season for both teams. And again, that does it here. I want to thank all those for watching, and you can follow us on Twitter at @TheCardSports, as well as following our online publication at LouisvilleCardinal.com. And again, I'm Alan Branch with Ben Spicer. We're here with you so long, and it's happening here, Louisville's first in Cards Forever.